Hey, seniors, I wanted to spend a few minutes going over some stuff before I just set you free and have you read the rest of Act 1. I wanted to go over your research project. I know we're actually getting into it on Monday the 4th after we finish our Beowulf project presentations. You can see over here, as I zoom in, I'm going to read the topic to you one more time. I know I touched base on it for a couple classes. Based on your reading of William Shakespeare's The Tragedy of Macbeth, what causes the fall of man? It's one of the main questions. And the second part of the question would be, is it the desire to be perfect or the risk taker that is in all people? This will be a persuasive paper. You will have technically three sources, one of them being Macbeth. Check, we're doing that together. One of them will be a scholarly article from Psychology Today, an article that I'll provide and give it to you on Monday after the Beowulf Project presentations. And we'll actually read through it together and talk about how you could use it. And then one more that you must find on your own. You cannot go to google.com and find it. You can use Inspire. You can use Inspire, the Student Research Center at the library. Books. Oh, those are beautiful things, aren't they? Beautiful books. Or googlescholar.com at the least. I would use my minimum, my bottom choice for you to use. I wanted to zoom in right here where it says all body paragraphs must contain outside research. One's additional to Macbeth. Okay, you need to have a lot of support outside of just the stuff I give you. All right, 5 to 7 pages long, Times New Roman, 12-point font, double spaced. This does not include the outline and the works cited, so you're the muscle of your paper is 5 to 7 pages long. Evaluation, the content is 50 points, the language use is 50, and then the formal language requirements is 20 points, and you get a 0 out of 20 for one contraction, okay, for one time using the word you outside of direct quote. Okay, so there's that. It will be turned in digitally, and it'll be due on the 19th. And that gives me enough time that if there was an issue, I'll be able to open all of them and make sure they all are able to be graded over Christmas break. MLA style, nothing new. The final project, like I said, is December 19th. Okay, so make sure you read through the rubric carefully. It's the link there below, and some of the things that you'll be asked to look up and of that nature. So there's that. All right, Macbeth. This is the 20-page document, and I filled it out. I'm going to go over the stuff that we've already read, so you can kind of see what's going on. I did decide that the one grade I'm going to give you for Macbeth outside of this, you're going to want to complete this because I'm going to give a test over the entire story, the entire play. I think it's 50 points. I already put in the grade book so you can see how much it is, but it'll be open note. So you're going to want to fill this stuff in. One of the famous lines in Macbeth is fair is foul and foul is fair, and that sets the tone. I forgot the first question. Can you tell I'm tired? In Act 1, Scene 1, Scotland, England, the three witches talk to one another. Recall, what are the three witches going to meet? What are they going to do when they're going to meet up to meet Macbeth? That's the next thing they're going to do. Skipping down to B. This quotation inserts the first theme of the play, which is lack of justice and evil. What could the quote foreshadow? Well, it could foreshadow the death of Macbeth. Okay. Identify the mood in the first scene and give evidence. The mood is eerie. I think the lightning and the thunder and how they speak. All right. I'm only going to go over, let's see, Act 1, Scene 2, and then I'll call it quits for you guys. Recall from the captain, what does King Duncan learn about MacDonald? He was a leader of Ireland, he was a rebel, and Macbeth fearlessly attacks him. Why does Norway attack King Duncan's men? Norway sees an opportunity to attack. Maybe Scotland is tired and worn out. Thane of Cawdor is a traitor. Okay, remember, that's the title Macbeth ends up getting for fighting so valiantly. Interpretation, what is the dramatic irony of this scene? When we get to the witches, we already know he has the title and he doesn't. And so the witches kind of say, "Ooh, this is something you're going to have," and we already know he has it and he doesn't. And that's why it's dramatic irony. There is more. I'll continue going over. I wanted to give you a couple to get you started. I would encourage you to fill this out. Okay. Over here on the website, what we have for the rest of the day, make sure you're listening to the rest of Act 1. We finished at part 3 here. So on page 315 is where you're going to start, the bottom right-hand side. It's like a scene marker. So you click on Act 1, Part 3, Act 1, Part 4, 1, Part 5. You can actually listen to the play. Okay. After you've done that, I would encourage you to start filling out the Macbeth worksheets.